Okay, so I started to let time get away from me. Oh my goodness. So I still have the cabbage of the corned beef and cabbage. Some people like boiled, some people like it different. So I'm gonna do two different kinds. So the first thing is to get your cabbage, wash it. I cut the end off. And then, let me move it so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna cut it in half. Ah! Okay, so this half I'm gonna boil. So I'm just gonna chop it up carefully. And I've got a pot over here with some chicken broth in it. And I'm going to simply chop it. And I'm gonna put my chopped cabbage into the pot. And a paper airplane. Okay, but honey, paper and heat and water, maybe not the best. And I'm gonna add a little bit of, most of them call for fresh onions and maybe a little garlic. Some actually call for bacon, which I'm all for bacon, but I don't know that's the right idea for this stuff. Absolutely, as soon as I'm done with this. So, we've got a little bit of garlic, and I've got some onion, and I'm gonna cheat and use onion powder. Yes. Yes, as soon as I'm done. So now I'm gonna heat it up, and ooh! See, this is what happens when time gets away from me. I get all... So, let me show you. Because I think I'm gonna add a little bit more broth, but this is gonna cook down really fast. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this other piece, and the recipe I saw is to cut it into wedges, which these aren't wedges. And then I'm going to get my frying pan, and I'm gonna add a little butter and oil and some salt and pepper, and we're going to sear them, and then we're gonna throw them in the oven. So, hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, whew. Here we go. So, I'm turning it on high because I want it to cook fast. The next thing I almost forgot to do is put the lid on this pot and turn the heat down because we want it to kind of steam and boil so it'll be yummy. Now I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil while I'm heating up this pan. And I'm going to take, oh, here it is, butter. So, and then I'm going to add some butter. And I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm heating this stuff up. It's my butter and my oil. And then I'm gonna get my stuff ready here. I've got my salt and my pepper. And I think for this, I'm gonna use some of this lovely Tuscan garlic stuff again for some seasoning. And
I made this one.
Yeah, let's get it going. Cause holy moly, I let the day get away from me really fast. All right, so I'm just getting the butter all melted and stuff. So now we're gonna put our cabbage in. Okay, so I'm holding it like this because I'm being impatient. But see, now it's gonna be like little, and we're going to kind of crispy them. And did you know coleslaw is made from cabbage? And we like coleslaw. So I think that you will be pleasantly surprised at how awesome this is going to be. And I am going to, so one other thing I just thought of. So I just put them all in the pan, and I'm kind of, let's not use my fingers. I'm kind of letting one side get all the goodness, and now I'm gonna flip them over because now I want butter and oil on both sides. So I want the butter and oil on, and then I can put the seasoning on so that it sticks. It's kind of like a little glue. So here's what it looks like in the pan. And if you remember from earlier, or last time I used it, this Tuscan garlic stuff, we have to open the big side. So we put it in our hand, And I'm sprinkling it on, and I will show you. See, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Ooh, we're starting to hear the yummy goodness. See? Ooh. See how good that looks? And you hear it? So now, got myself in a bit of a pickle. Oh no, I did it just right. Remember, our hands are yucky. Turn that down. And then, one, I seem to be missing a cookie sheet. Where did it go? Well, you see those are cooking very nicely. Yum. And I'm going to add a little bit just to not let them stick to the pan. Where on earth? All right, hold on. Okay, so now I just figured out what happened to the other cookie sheet. I forgot when I was making those little Nutella freezer treats. They're on the cookie sheet in the freezer. So I'm gonna make the carrot share. So I used my lovely, see, I scooted the carrots over, and now I am going to ask Aiden to help me. Or not, he's with Legos at the moment. So now I am putting down a fresh sheet right here, so that since my carrots are almost done, when I'm ready for the cabbage, then we're ready for the cabbage. To just flip it over and go right into the oven. Woo! See what happens when I get all flustered. So now I'm going to one day learn how to be a better videographer. So see, I used my spatula, and then I'm gonna flip it over. And then we will add more seasoning. And it looks like we probably need a little bit more oil and butter. So drizzling, this is called drizzling, and that's what I'm doing right now to this lovely pan. And then we are going to season our goodness. They're getting a little hard to work with because they're getting soft. But, so I made a little mess. See? And now I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning. And let them cook like this for a few minutes. And then I'm going to put them in the oven. And I will show you as soon as now, we've put it in our frying pan. Now we're going to move it to the oven. See how I've got our sheet all ready? So now I'm going to grab this pan. It's very hot, so you have to be very careful. I'm going to use the spatula. And I'm going to move it just like that.
Just like that.
Into the oven. Okay, it's not perfect. Not even close, but that's okay. And this is kind of my see? But that's okay, because it's still got all the same flavors, it's just not perfect and pretty. So then I'm gonna put the rest of this right here. And then I've still got some of this lovely yummy goodness, and I want to put it on there. And now we're gonna let that cool off. And see, our carrots are almost done. They look amazing. And we're gonna close it up, and we're gonna cook it for about 15 minutes.
Look at that. Can I show them the paper airplanes now?
Can you stop the video? Okay, so I think this is our grand finish. I'm getting ready to make Papa's dinner. Go. I love when I just walk away. That was awesome, guys. Okay, so I had to get a plate. All right, so let's start with the grand finale of the corned beef. All right, so we're gonna take the lid off. Super excited. And, ooh, that is some yummy, heat, putty goodness. And I'm going to use, well, I need a big knife. And I'm going to need probably a big fork. So, we are going to move it over here. And this is one of those things where you learn, since we're cutting it, how to do that. And I don't need this on to cut. So we're going to cut some slices for Papa. So you want to put the fork close to where you're going to cut it. If you put it all the way at the back, it's going to slide around. Because really you're using the fork to hold it steady. Oh, that looks so good. Look at, yum, yum. Oh my God, I'm trying so hard not to just eat this right now. So, yay, our corned beef looks excellent. So I'm gonna put these on Papa's plate, which, remember what I said earlier about moving stuff closer? So we're not trying to make it travel. So now we've got corned beef. That's step one. Nobody else eats this early, so I'm gonna put it back in a minute, as soon as I get the potatoes. Now, I do need to use a glove to get our rack out that we'll have to put back. Okay. And now we're going to use a fancy schmancy slotted spoon. And we are going to go like this, and we're going to get some of these yummy potatoes that we made. Ah, look, I'm totally missing it. I really need some like lessons in how to do this. So now we have potatoes with all the goodness on the plate. And next, so since I made two different kinds of cabbage, we'll start with, and I did cave and I did put bacon bits in this. Let's see. So we're gonna take some of this one, put it on the plate, and then we want to put our lid right back on. We want to keep it nice and hot. And now we will, oh my, I think it's time to, I think it's done. We're gonna open up, oh yeah. And then we're gonna get a little bit of this crispied up stuff. Who knows? It might be good, it might not. So we're gonna put a little of that on Papa's plate. And then we're gonna open up this side for the carrots, and we're gonna put some carrots on Papa's plate. So that is what I think looks like an amazing dinner, and I hope you're having one too. Love you guys. How tender the corned beef came out. You see that? He's got a butter knife. It just came right apart. And Aiden says it's good.
Yum.
So yeah, Aiden and his butter knife are
Not good, delicious.
good. And Zandy's over here doing it too.